Breaking news now, sponsored by Nicoloc. The Yankees have made a deal before the deadline. They are bringing a little jazz to their lineup. Let's talk about the trade that the Yankees are completing on Saturday. We're going to do it with the host of Yankees Morning Brew. My guy, Hector Beauchamp, joins me for a little bit of a reaction. But Hector, first of all, how are you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm excited. Finally, some good news when it comes to the New York Yankees.
Well, I understand why you're saying finally some good news because the team has been struggling before Saturday's game. They lost 23 out of their last 33 games, so it's been rough. They needed a little fusion, but they're getting a little jazz. And Hector, on the New York Post, John Heyman, Joel Sherman on Saturday, they confirmed that the Yankees are finalizing a deal to acquire outfielder, second baseman Jazz Chisholm Jr. for catcher Austin Ramirez and two other prospects. So, what's your initial reaction to this deal, and how does it help the struggling Bronx Bombers?
Instant reaction as a Yankee fan. It's about time. Us Yankee fans, since the month of June, since June 13th to be specific, the New York Yankees are tied with the Chicago White Sox for the worst record in all of Major League Baseball. With Giancarlo Stanton being out of the lineup with injuries and with other things hampering the New York Yankees, it's been a total bomb for the New York Yankees when it comes to production and when it comes to pitching. Clay Holmes, every time he's out there, it's like he's walking on a tightrope. And some Yankee fans, they call him Cardiac Clay online, but you see it, and the results are right in front of your face. And as a Yankee fan and a content creator, I'm happy to see that the Yankees, they made their first move, but they have many more that they need to do if this team wants to be contenders in the postseason.
All right, so you like what they did, bringing in Chisholm, a guy that can play second base, can play in the outfield, and can possibly give some spark to this lineup where that's been lacking. You talked about the other issues that we've seen in the starting pitching, and then also the bullpen, but we'll get to that. Now, when we talk about Chisholm, he's got positional versatility, but where do you see him playing while he is in pinstripes? What do you think is the best position that he should be playing in this Yankees lineup?
Well, you bring up the fact that he's versatile, and the positions that he can play is the positions that have been hurting the New York Yankees. When you look at second base right now, the production that we have gotten out of Gleyber Torres, has been his worst season of his career, offensively and defensively. You look at Alex Verdugo in left field. For the first 2 months of the season, we thought the New York Yankees found their left fielder of the future. You heard some fans saying we could sign Verdugo to an extension and we could trade some prospects. But ever since then, Verdugo is having his worst season of his career as well. Obviously, with center field, you have Trent Grissom and then Aaron Judge, who's the primary center fielder. But you can move some pieces around. You can have Jazz Chisholm playing center field. You can have Aaron Judge DH for as much as he can until Giancarlo Stanton returns. And you could use this time to sit and rest Alex Verdugo, who is clearly struggling out there. I know he got a hit in yesterday's game, but Alex Verdugo can definitely use some days off just to reset his battery.
All right, so there's a lot of places you can move him. It can help the Yankees lineup. It can help players. Obviously, you talked about Giancarlo Stanton returning from the injured list, and also even Aaron Judge getting some rest and not having to play in the field as much. So when you look at this move, the Yankees, they address their lineup, Hector, but they still may need to upgrade other positions in the lineup. Do you see them making more moves to address the lineup, or will they focus on upgrading the bullpen before Tuesday's trade deadline, or is it a combination of both, addressing the lineup and the bullpen before the trade deadline?
I still think it's a combination of both. Yes, we got Jazz Chisholm, but that's not the only infield spot that we need help at. We need help at third base, and we need help at first base. God bless Ben Rice and what he has given us over the past few weeks. But when you look at his production, he's struggling, and I don't blame Ben Rice. This is a guy who was in Double-A a couple of months ago. He was promoted to Triple-A. I was able to see him in Somerset, but we definitely need help from our corner infield spots. And when you look at the Tampa Bay Rays, I know Isaac Paredes is hot on the list as a trade candidate, but I do like Yandy Diaz, the first baseman that the Tampa Bay Rays have, and he's a guy that he's not a strikeout guy. He puts the ball in play. He's a good RBI guy, and I think that's the perfect hitter to have in the cleanup spot. That way, when you have Giancarlo Stanton comes back, Stanton is a feast and fathom guy. So having somebody like a Yandy Diaz who could put the ball in play behind Juan Soto and Aaron Judge, I think that adds a different dynamics to your lineup. When Alex Verdugo was first put into that cleanup spot, that's the type of hitter we thought we was going to get out of Alex Verdugo. with Alex Verdugo. But ever since Stanton went down, Verdugo's numbers have struggled. So if you could get Yandy Diaz, who is used to being a cleanup hitter, I think that will help this lineup tremendously. And then you could slot Jazz Chisholm into that leadoff spot. Because when you look at Jazz Chisholm, yes, his batting average is 249, 250, but his on-base percentage is literally right at 330. And if you can have somebody get on base with that on-base percentage in front of Judge and Soto, you're going to see some damage done.
Yeah, you wonder if the Yankees will make some moves to bolster that lineup, address the corner infield spots, and then also see if they can do something to bolster the bullpen. Trade deadline is on Tuesday. We will see what happens before that. But on Saturday, Yankees making a move, acquiring Jazz Chisholm Jr. from the Marlins. He now will be in pinstripes with the Yankees. That is Hector Beauchamp. Catch him on Yankees Morning Brew. Does a great job there. Hector, first time I think we did something where there was breaking news, so I appreciate you coming on and joining me to talk a little bit of Yankees baseball when some news broke.
Dexter, when you send that bat signal, I'm quick to respond, Dexter.
Hey, that means you're here for the people. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, Hector.
Yes,
we'll talk soon. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Dexter. Have a good one.